Great master used to say, initiation is a very good seed, but to allow it to sprout, you must have a good fencing around the crop. The fencing he used to call satsang, the company of other satsangis, company of the master, company of each other listening to the master. And that he thought was a very great aid in the sprouting of the seed of initiation. So that is why these meetings and these frequent retreats we have, they are of very great use as renewals and to pull us back from the mire of these worldly activities back into our true path, true purpose of life. That means to discover who we are and get out of this mess. We are very, very lucky to be amongst a small group of people who have found a perfect living master or who have been found by a perfect living master and are therefore given a way to get out of this mess. Otherwise, I cannot even imagine a way to get out of the mess of reincarnation again and again through one lifetime to another. The law of karma is such, it binds you forever. I thought over it intellectually. Is there any way out? Can we do something? And every time I say, can we do something? Every time we do anything, it keeps us here. That's the whole karma. You do something, you're caught. Doing anything means karma. That's a terrible state to be in because our mind doesn't function in any other way except that we have to do something. What can I do about it? Most people, even when interviewing me, they ask me this question. Now about this problem, what can I do about it? They all want to do something. Every time you do something, you're creating a karma and staying here longer. There's no way out that I can think of. The mind cannot possibly get you out of its own prison. There have to be something outside of the system to pull you out. And the only thing that really works from outside the system is a perfect living master working from a level of consciousness beyond the mind. I have not seen any other way. I have met yogis, yogeshwars, masters. I have met more masters than any one of you. And I've even gone ahead and tried their systems to find out if anything can take us out. I could find nothing that could work better than they work with a master who operates from beyond the mind. And he can pull us out. And he pulls us out in a very subtle way. The subtlety of his method is, great master used to call it, pulling a hair out of a lump of butter. That's an Indian phrase. That he pulls you out like a hair stuck in butter, just so smoothly it comes out. No struggle. No, it's not like removing a thorn from you. It's hair being pulled out of the butter. That's how a master works. What is that method that he can pull us out so gently? The method is he employs some techniques to keep our mind busy and then uses the method by which he pulls out, which is through his love. Because love exists above the mind. It's a very simple method. We resist his love because of our mind. We have doubts, we have questions because of our mind. We have created obstacles because of our mind. He comes and gets entangled in our problems. He starts answering questions about our mental situations, about our problems, so that the mind gets occupied and he becomes somebody relative to us, somebody connected with us because of our problems. Then after getting entangled in our problems and developing a relationship where we start looking up to him for solving mental problems, physical problems, problems of our relationships, problems of the world, we begin to develop love for him. And he shows such strong love, unconditional love. And we are captured by the love. And it's the love that pulls us and we forget all about our problems of the mind. That's like pulling a hair out of butter. That's the phrase he used. So we are very lucky. I congratulate all of you. I don't know if you really know how blessed you are. We are very blessed to have this opportunity. And then when a master initiates us, and he looks at our face and looks at our eyes, he is not looking at the body. He is peeping through the eyes, behind the eyes. He is looking at the soul, what the soul has gone through in the company of the mind and various incarnations. He looks at that, and in one glance he can see your whole picture. When he sees the whole picture, he knows this is a good time to release him from such a bad, long prison. And he says, okay, your time has come. You are one of the marked sheep. This is my list. I check it out, initiate it. Once it's initiated, he is not that worried about you as you are. I mean, we are worried that, we have to do so much work, we have to go. Nothing at all. He, by initiating you, has taken full responsibility from that moment to take you back home, to get you out of this mess. But he knows our mind doesn't have that faith. Our mind doesn't believe it. Our mind doesn't see it. And therefore, we still struggle. We are still used to working with the mind and the bodies. And therefore, we keep on doing that. And he plays the game with us. Okay, but he's not worried, because he has taken full control. And he will then adjust our karma, even the past karma. He'll wipe out the sinchit karma, change your attitude. You will feel a big change coming into your life, as if suddenly a certain trend of living has been altered, and you are now living somewhat differently. And then gradually you begin to feel there is something more important than what I am doing. There's something more important than even my duties and my karma and my work here. And gradually you find that nothing matters more than the love and devotion towards the Master, and receiving his love and appreciating it in any possible way. We get emotional, we get tears in our eyes, we get tears in our heart, and we can't hold it. And it's all a response. And that change takes place because the Master is at work in his own way, in his final way of pulling us out from the mess with his love. Nothing else pulls us out of the mind. Let me tell you, the rest is all food for the mind, including meditation, including all that I've been talking to you these few days. This is to satisfy our mind, to remove some of the obstructions to our experiencing the love of the Master. The love of the Master is always there. Once he initiates you, he settles himself inside you. You can go and check it out, that he's inside you. And he operates from inside you. Sometimes he operates as if it is you. He can merge himself inside you without your knowing it. And when you say, this looks like Master's work, he has performed it through you. It's a beautiful relationship he creates inside you. When do you find out? When you really make progress by defeating the obstacles of the mind and going within and finding it was the Master's hand all the time. And that he was doing all that what you thought even you were doing. That is when you realize that so-called effort that anybody makes after initiation is all grace. It's all grace of the Master. There is no difference between the two. So this is something so unique. And I want to emphasize this because I feel so happy and blessed to be in the company of so many of my co-travelers. We are all traveling on the same path. We are all going to the same destination. It happens, when you travel in a crowd, some are a little ahead, some are a little behind, but some catch up quickly, some stay a little behind, some are slow, some have a knee problem, some can run faster, jog faster. It's the same thing in the spiritual path. We are all traveling in the same direction. Also, some of us have strayed away from the main road. This main road, which leads to our own true home, which Master sometimes called Camino Real. He knew little Spanish, 2 words, Camino Real, the royal road. This royal road that goes, it goes straight from behind the eyes all the way up to Sachkhand. Its description is the sound current. The sound emanates from Sachkhand, comes from there, descends into our consciousness. It is a manifestation of consciousness.